What was our jingle last?
Jingle, 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 jingle. 3 men and a mic. Jingle, jingle, jingle. All right. Well, welcome everybody to 3 Men and a Mic. Unproductive podcast.
We started. That was our jingle.
Started. Yeah, no, that was our jingle.
I like it.
Nice.
I like it.
New and improved.
Yes.
Honestly, last time we just said that we're gonna have a jingle.
But I said a jingle. Let's be real.
Did you?
I think it was like bum 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 bum. I think I said.
Yeah. No. That's the
State
that's
Farm,
that's
but-
the farmers' insurance. We are farmers.
I said something, but anyways, beside the point.
All right. Well, it's been a while since we've recorded. Glad to be back.
It's good. We're actually in a guest location. I guess you could put it that way.
Yeah, if only you could see us.
We are at Springland Park, Alberta's best kept secret.
Amen to that.
And we are in an RV. So that's fun.
Yes, it is fun.
I mean, it's different than our other locations. I think I like it better than the location we first started in. But
Feels pretty cozy.
yeah, I feel more relaxed.
And the
I'm ready
acoustics,
to.
the acoustics are amazing in here.
That's true. You listeners can probably tell. There's been already a huge difference.
All right, well, let's jump into things.
All right, so I guess we'll start with the
News article.
news article, which is with all of the depressing news that's been going on, I just couldn't help but talk about something serious, something that's probably been on your guys' mind. You probably heard about the traffic pole that collapsed in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 20-foot pole. It just fell over for some reason.
Oh.
Nobody knew why.
Traffic pole.
Yeah. Well, guess what? They figured it out, okay?
Oh no.
All right. They figured out the cause. You can just calm down a bit, okay? Here's some good news.
Yeah.
Here's some good news here. All right. So let me just read you the article. After months of investigating the cause of a collapsed 20-foot tall traffic light in Suzuka, Japan, it has been identified as a pack, where are we here, of bad boys trying to claim their turf.
Like a bad boys.
And by bad boys, we mean dogs. All right, something about that sentence didn't make sense, but I literally read it word for word. After months of investigating the cause of a collapsed 20-foot pole in Japan has been identified. That doesn't make sense. Whatever. Continuing, Suzuka police have been investigating the site since a 19.7-foot iron pole hoisting a traffic signal toppled to the ground, seemingly out of nowhere this past February. Though no one was injured in the incident, authorities took precautionary measures in figuring out how the infrastructure fell, especially since the pole had been in place for a relatively short 23 years, less than halfway through its projected service lifespan. Any guesses as to why it fell?
Dogs trying to claim their turf.
What does that mean? Well, let me tell you.
What is this article?
All right. While examining the site, officers noticed heavy paw traffic from local residents walking their dogs at the exact spot the pole had fallen. Upon further research, they realized that the location overlaps with several different paths that nearby dog owners frequent to let their pups get some relief. The Mie Prefectural Police Scientific Investigation Research Lab
Oh.
ran some tests on the fallen pole and surrounding ground,
No way.
comparing it to a still standing pole located directly across the street. Lo and behold.
Can I guess what happens?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The dogs peed and it made it fall over the ground. They peed on the ground beside the pole and they made it fall over.
The collapsed pole was covered in nearly 8 times as many traces of urea, the non-water compound found in urine, with 42 times as much on the sunken ground. You're in trouble now, doggos.
Oh.
What a pun.
Ultimately, researchers deduced that the sheer amount of urea around the pole's base corroded the metal until it snapped.
Wow.
I guess I better stop peeing on poles.
Oh.
So how about that for good news? It's been solved.
That is really good news.
That just brings joy, because it's, like you said, depressing. Just good that they found out that it was dog's pee.
Yeah, instead of just thinking it was a group of bad boys just pushing it over. Where did you find that article? What was that on?
Oh yeah, that was courtesy of Lethbridge News Now.
Oh, really? I thought it was
So
like,
I was looking for some local news.
wow.
That works.
Went to Japan. Lethbridge News Now.
So, I mean, here's the thing. I never thought that, like, this might sound ignorant of me, but I didn't think Asian countries really had pets that much, especially dogs. I don't see that very often.
That's interesting coming from you, Joel,
I feel like I'm allowed to speak on this.
Well, I would agree.
because you're Asian and you have a dog.
Yes. I guess that proves my point wrong.
The question is, do you let your dog pee on metal poles?
I don't let my dog pee on anything outside.
Well,
I don't care what it
does
is.
this change your mind?
How much urine was on that pole for it to fall over?
Hey,
8
That's
times as much as the other poles,
yeah.
and
Oh.
42 times on the ground.
So when I read this, I had the same question. I was like, what is going on in Japan? What's like, are these Asians like got more dogs? And I was like, well, I lived there. I don't remember there being like a significant amount of dogs or anything. But
Exactly.
here's what I'll say. Japanese people are very particular. So I could see the same people taking the same route, having their dogs pee on the same pole. Because they're kind of slightly OCD, I noticed.
Hmm.
They're very particular. So, anyways.
Interesting.
The dog's pissed a pole over. That's like the craziest thing I've ever heard.
But how about that joke? I mean, Lethbridge
You're-
News now.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble now.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
That is really good, actually.
Wow.
Anyways, so there you have it.
That's 2 news articles in a row.
I mean, I feel like the most tragic part is the pole only lasted half its lifespan.
What is the average lifespan of a pole?
Well, it said it lasted 23 years, which was
Half its
Half of
expected
its-
life.
So 46 years is the average lifespan.
probably like 50. But I don't know.
Wow. The dogs really took a toll on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of curious. I didn't know pee was corrosive, but I guess it's acidic, maybe. I don't know.
Urea.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently.
I'm going to put it to the test. I'm going to try to pee on some metal.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, maybe we should conduct our own experiment
Okay, I'll put up 2 poles, and then whenever you have to pee, just come over and pee on them.
and pee on one of them,
Yeah, don't pee
not
on
the other.
And
Maybe in
just see which one-
23,
23.
maybe in 23 years it'll fall down.
Hey, it's worth a try.
All
I
right, you
think.
set those 2 poles up and I'll be over.
All right. Well, that was good. Let's move on to the top 5.
All right, I think Joel's got.
All right, so the top 5 today is top 5 breakfast cereals. Now, I mean, I'm not a huge breakfast person,
Same.
but I could eat cereal any time of day. I don't know how your personal feelings are towards cereal, but sometimes I'll just have a bowl of cereal for dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna open a restaurant called Case and Cereal Shack. It's gonna have all the varieties you can get in store.
I've never heard of that. Wow.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
Very creative.
Oh, well, I will be your first customer when you do that.
Oh, thank you.
Before I start saying my top 5 breakfast cereals, I do have a question for you two. This might be a little bit of discussion or debate, but just we'll make it quick.
Mhm.
I've learned recently, but the way I eat cereal is wrong, or is gross apparently. But I like to really let it mellow in the milk.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, like I can't. Like
Oh.
the minute I pour it in, I gotta push it down with a spoon, so every single piece of cereal has milk on it.
So you like it to get soggy? Is that what you're saying?
I mean,
Slightly.
to the right amount. Like otherwise, you're just eating cereal and then drinking milk.
My respect for you is just gone.
You
just
can't
gone
just
downhill.
Eat it straight raw, you know? Like it's like eating it handfuls.
Well, okay, you get a
Yeah.
spoonful, and it's got some milk mixed in with the cereal.
Here's a question:
but you
how
don't
much,
let it get soggy.
How much milk do you put in? Like, do you like put it till it's all the way to the top of the cereal, or do you just kind of soak it? Or...
I put it in a hefty amount of milk.
Me too.
Man, I definitely go less on the milk.
You're more on the cereal side, eh?
If I'm gonna eat cereal, I do not want it to be soggy. That's like when I do have cereal, I get my bowl and I'm like, I get things prepared. So as soon as I pour the milk in, I can start eating because I do not want it to be soggy at the end.
Wow.
I enjoy the crunch.
Fair enough.
That's one of the things I like.
Well, see, what I'll say is that different cereals
Agreed.
could be eaten different ways, and that's what we'll get into with our top 5. So, Kaysen, you want to start us off? Do you have any honorable mentions, or you just got 5?
I mean, I'll say some honorable mentions maybe along the way, but I had a hard time placing them in order. This may not be number 5, but it's definitely gonna it's at the bottom of my list. It's at the bottom of my top 5.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to go with mini wheats. They're not great. Oof. They're not number 1.
You can say that again.
Yeah.
But they're good. You know, I don't know. I can't. They're in my top 5.
Okay, really important question. Mini wheats are like the worst cereal to get soggy because they fall apart. Please tell me you do not get them soggy.
Well, no, I don't pour it. I pour it and then start eating. But I have to
Okay.
push it down because you can't eat it dry mini wheats.
I guess that's also true.
Oh,
I mean, shredded
I do
wheat.
not like
shredded
I do
wheat.
not like mini wheats.
Just those
No.
like wheat bales are disgusting. But with the sugar on them, that's why it's number 5. It's not the best, but it's number 5.
You know what? Whatever you like, I guess.
No, I'm not letting you get away with that one. That's a
Right.
terrible choice. No,
Let's hear your number 5
I'm
then.
just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I know lots of people that like mini wheats, but I do not.
Yeah, they're all older savages.
Yeah.
But, anyways, go ahead, Brady.
I also had a very tough time coming up with 5. I came up with 3 that I was like, okay. But I'll say Frosted Flakes for number 5.
That's respectable, at least for me. I can respect that one.
I'm surprised it's only number 5, but
I mean, I think the reason that it even cracked the top 5 is because I ate it as a kid. So it's got some nostalgic value to me, but I don't eat it. I don't know the last time I ate Frosted Flakes.
I like Frosted Flakes. I think Frosted Flakes are good.
I prefer Frosted Flakes dry, out of the box.
But just regular
handful
corn,
after handful.
regular cornflakes
yeah.
are
Those are horrible.
The only way I could eat those as a kid was with raisins. Not
Oh.
bad. Put raisins in there.
Wow.
Not bad.
and some sugar. That's the only way I could eat them.
Wow. Well, that's a respectable choice, Brady. For my number 5, I would have to go with Fruit Loops. I enjoy those things.
Your 5th pick, huh?
My 5th pick. I think that's number 5. Just the right amount of sugar for me, not too crazy. That's my number 5. I also like Toucan Sam. I read his box often in the mornings. So,
Wow. Fruit Loops,
Good.
5th.
okay.
Thought it was going to be higher.
All right, well, let's go to number 4. I would have to put Frosted Flakes as my number 4.
Solid.
Okay.
I enjoy them.
Solid.
Okay. I thought like Lucky Charms, I guess. Don't know the last time I had Lucky Charms either.
But did you enjoy them when you had them?
I think so. I think I was like, yeah, it's okay. These marshmallow things are kind of weird, kind of good, but kind of not good.
I cannot get over those marshmallows and Lucky Charms. They are like, I
don't even know what the texture is just
Like-
something else.
This is the best way to explain it for me. You know, I don't know if you ever get the feeling when you touch cotton balls and it kind of makes your teeth hurt.
Oh,
like-
or styrofoam.
Or styrofoam.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ew, yeah.
It's almost like they took a marshmallow and compressed it so it's hard and like dense
And like dried it out.
and dried it out.
Okay. I mean, this could be a subject for later, but cotton balls make your teeth hurt?
Well, you know,
I know what you're saying. I don't
That's
know about teeth hurting, but it's like
strange.
makes you cringe.
yeah.
kind of.
I-
Okay.
That's just one way to explain
That might
it.
be something to just.
But everybody understood what I meant, so.
Okay, the one problem I have with Lucky Charms, and I boycott it, is because it's just alphabets with marshmallows. You know, it's the little things are just alphabets.
I forgot alphabets were even a thing.
Yeah, and it's really frustrating to me that they get away with that. Just
Well-
adding marshmallows to that, and not even great marshmallows, all because they added a
I mean,
leprechaun.
the same could be said. Never mind.
Anyways,
That's probably similar with a lot of cereals, though. I mean, how much variety can you really?
Fruit
come up
Loops are
with?
just colored Cheerios.
oh, they have a lot more sugar in them.
They're very sugary.
They are very sugary. I guess for my number 4, I am going to throw it back to an Australian cereal called Wheat Bix. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Wheat Bix.
Sounds like mini wheats.
Oh, it's way more over the top. It's like a huge brick of, I don't even know, just like
Sounds
shredded, not
Sounds really good.
shredded wheat. But here's the thing: there was always a contest, of how many you could eat because they were bricks, and you'd have to have them with milk, and they would absorb so much milk.
Wait, so are they like shredded like mini wheats?
No, they're like
Like, how big are you talking here?
I'm talking like.
Like your phone, size of a phone?
No, a little bit smaller than your phone, but significantly bigger than a mini wheat. You couldn't eat it in one bite.
How many of them are in a bowl at a time?
It depends on how many you can eat.
How many could you eat?
My record was 13.
So they're fairly big.
Yeah, and I had bathroom troubles for a while after that. But like
TMI, TMI.
Yeah, I would put like peanut butter on them and put milk in it. Oh, it's great. It's great. I miss it. Maybe it's just a nostalgia thing because I don't think it's actually that great. If you guys would have them, you'd probably hate them.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, honestly.
They sound like a less good mini wheat.
Anyways, what was your number 3? You're probably right about that.
All right. Here's going to be an honorable mention, but not an honorable mention because it's good. An honorable mention because it's kind of gross, but I just grew up on them. Because it's the only cereal my mom would ever buy was Cheerios. That's an honorable mention. Not that good, but
Solid.
just nostalgic.
So I feel like Honey Nut Cheerios used to be more sugary when I was a kid. I had them recently, and I was like, "This is gross. Like, this just tastes like Cheerios."
You got to add sugar to them.
Yeah. Anyways,
If
that
you
wasn't my number 3. Just honorable mention. But my number 3, I'd probably have to go with. See, I'm having a trouble where to put my 2 or 3, but I'm gonna put my number 3 as Fruit Loops. I enjoy a good
Okay.
Fruit Loop.
Solid.
Good pick. My number 3 is Corn Pops.
Ooh.
Excellent choice.
See, that was actually my
like
number
Corn
2.
Pops.
That's why I was
I like
deciding
Corn
between
Pops.
that and Fruit Loops.
What is it about like Corn Pops? Because I feel like we all have it, so we might as well discuss it now. Why they're so
So-
great.
It's partly the crunch, the texture, I think.
See, I like to get them a little soggy though.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Corn Pops have
I
to be
re-
soggy.
Because then you suck the milk out of them because they absorb it.
Okay.
Actually, here's has any have
You guys are ruining Corn Pops for me right now.
have you guys ever had Corn Pops from the States?
No.
Way different.
Really?
Better?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
Canadian ones are better
Wait, I've actually might have.
because they're like
This is sparking and
Corn Pops in Canada are like round, like balls,
Yes.
but down there they're kind of like these misformed, like they almost kind of look like popcorn, but not quite as extreme as.
interesting.
Not as good. Canadian Corn Pops way better. Anyways,
That is a solid choice. That's like,
But you like to get them soggy?
well, not like really soggy to the point where they're gonna fall
they
apart.
have to be absorbed with milk. Though.
Yeah, because when you bite into it and then the milk comes out,
you
'cause
don't
you've
just want a
absorbed
powder
it.
ball, you know.
See,
Yeah.
for me, I like having the milk and the corn pop go into my mouth at the same time. And that's when they kind of mix. I get the crunch and then the milk comes in kind of thing.
So they'll meet in your mouth, not in the bowl.
Well, they're obviously in the bowl together, but I don't like them getting soggy together in the
Okay.
bowl.
They get to know each other in your mouth.
Yes.
Okay.
They come together.
Good way to put it. Good way to put it.
I thought so. It's interesting that we can all enjoy corn pops in our own way because they are that good.
Yeah. They might have just been the winner so far.
They might be the
at
winner.
least.
They are not my number 3.
I'll tell you what's not going to be the winner is Joel's number 1.
I tell you, that's the best. It's not
I
even close for me, but I'll go to my number 3. My number 3, and this is one of those cereals that I can't eat soggy. I have
Okay.
to eat it quick. It's Chex. I love the texture of Chex.
Like the non-flavored, just
Any type of Chex, including the non-flavored.
Chex are only
Eh.
good when they make it like at Christmas time. They put it with chocolate and powdered
Oh,
sugar.
you know what? They are good anytime because just I love the texture of it. But you got to eat it quick.
So I've never had Chex.
And actually, quite frankly, that is disgusting. That's your number 3rd pick.
Okay.
It's really bad.
Okay.
Chex.
Okay, mini wheats. Get out of here.
Chex as number 3.
Okay, but Chex is like not just the plain Chex you see. Any sort of cereal that goes the Chex route. Like for example,
Shreddies. They're kind of like the Chex.
no
root.
Shreddies. No Shreddies are awful. Yuck. So like in Australia they have Cocoa Pops, like like those little puffs, like Rice Krispie puffs that are
yeah.
chocolate flavored.
Okay.
They have a brand of that cereal. Then they did a Chex version of that cereal.
Like change the shape. You're
Change
saying
the
that's
shape.
all?
Change the shape, and it was 10 times better just because the shape of the cereal is
See-
excellent.
So
I can't
The
get on that
it's the
boat.
same flavor but different shape. I mean, I hope you don't. More checks for me then. I hope you don't get on that boat.
I can guarantee you there's no lineup for checks.
Well, you're
you
sitting
can
there
have
eating
all
your
you
mini
want.
what's interesting about this is my 3-year-old daughter loves Chex for some reason.
I could tell you the reason, but
And I have never tried it. It's at my house right now. I've never tried it in my life.
Because they
Because
look
it
disgusting.
looks like Shreddies.
they've.
And I know that I do not like Shreddies.
That's fair enough. I'll tell you what, they will fall apart and turn into shreddies if you don't eat them fast. But the minute they hit that milk, it's worthy of a number 3 best breakfast cereal.
All right. Well, I don't agree with you, but I digress. I already said my number 2, Corn Pops.
Right. My number 2 is Fruit Loops.
My number 2 is Corn Pops.
Oh.
Wow.
So-
Well, let's just go to number 1 then.
All right. This may get some hate because it is quite sugary, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Yes.
is amazing.
Yes. That's mine too.
Oof. Was so much better when I was younger.
Let me tell you something though. This is amazing. In BC, at this one store, there was these churro
I've had those. Okay, those are
churro
excellent.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Same thing, just in the shape of a churro. Million times better.
I tell you, it's like the same principle as the Chex. I've had those churros. They were incredible. I'll agree
they
with
didn't
that.
even make your top 5.
They did not, because I just felt like that was a specialty and it wasn't really a cereal. But
So what do you have against them?
against Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Yeah, like
I
make an argument for Chex.
Over Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
okay. First off, texture, mouthfeel.
They're like the same shape, probably the same.
no, because they are like a lot
One's just
softer.
coated in sugar.
Like if you eat a Cinnamon Toast Crunch and it goes in the wrong way, it's gonna stab the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, I've never.
Do you
had
have a
them.
soft palate or something? Like
See, and Brady made
You're
this.
telling me you haven't had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch stab you in the mouth
No,
before?
and
no,
I
usually
do
the
like.
roof of my mouth just breaks it.
That's why I do like to get them a little bit soggy, not like so soggy, but they can't be dry.
And Cinnamon Toast Crunch soggy is not good.
I agree.
The biggest redeeming quality of Cinnamon Toast Crunch is how it leaves the milk.
That is the best.
That
one.
is
the end of the bowl.
So good.
Yes.
That is amazing.
I would give it an honorable mention.
What were your other ones?
Wheat Bix.
Wheat, whatever from Australia.
Yeah.
It's a brick of wheat.
Yeah, but you could put peanut butter and honey on it and oh, so good.
Anything that needs something added to it shouldn't be on the list.
Agreed.
Fair enough. Okay, fine. Maybe that was an overstep.
Because basically you're saying I like peanut butter and honey.
Okay, but if I could swap out Wheat Bix for a different Australian cereal, I would over Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I just don't think that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is. It was great when I was a kid. I loved it.
Well, you know what? Maybe we'll let you get away with this for the sake of all of our Australian listeners.
Yeah, because we have lots of them.
Okay, whatever.
All right, I'm curious. What's your number 1?
Number 1, without a doubt, not even kind of close.
So you weren't joking.
I'm not joking when I say this. It's Captain Crunch.
All right.
It's not even close.
All right, next segment. So
No.
this is
Joel, Brady just didn't want to unplug his mic.
How
I
do
mean, I can turn it down.
how do you not agree with me?
Cause what is so good about it?
Did you
It's
turn
not-
me down?
I hope you did, because you're being ridiculous.
I will not be. I am like getting silenced. This is like what they did to Donald Trump.
To be honest, I don't know whose is whose, so
Oh, well,
I don't know who I turned down there for a second.
okay, well, okay. I will
Explain
give a
yourself.
30-second explanation, and then you guys give a rebuttal as to why it's
Sure.
so horrible.
On your marks, get set, go.
Okay, first off, Captain Crunch, awesome mascot. His eyebrows are on his hat, if anybody noticed that. But then they're just perfect size. They absorb the milk so great. You can get a bunch of them all at once. Oh, and it tastes so good with milk, but it almost tastes the exact same, or just as good dry. It's such a versatile cereal, so great, perfect size, great texture and mouthfeel. 10 out of 10.
Okay, rebuttal number 1. Mascot sucks.
Okay.
I'm not
okay.
5 years old, so I don't care about the mascot.
Well,
Toucan Sam.
I care about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot. They are hilarious. They eat each other. That's funny.
Okay, you like cannibalism? Okay.
All right. Here's the biggest rebuttal. It tastes gross.
It just
It's just gross.
Holy cow.
Dry or with milk, it does not taste good. It leaves the grossest aftertaste.
Okay. What? How is it?
I have not had it for a while because I don't like it. It's gross.
Like,
What?
I'm not kidding. I had it. I don't know. It was like not that long ago, but I remember eating it thinking, oh, I think I might have liked this as a kid. Took a bite. I was like, this is so gross.
How?
And then like it stayed in my mouth. I couldn't get rid of the
Yeah,
taste.
and that's a good thing.
No, not if it's gross.
Okay, I'm not kidding when I say this. I honestly thought that you guys would like completely agree with me. I thought it was a non-obvious choice. I guess sorry, an obvious choice. Sorry, I thought it was an obvious choice for number 1.
Well, it's not.
Okay, well,
The number 1
Well,
was obvious, and me and Brady were.
you go eat your mini wheats, and you go eat your cinnamon toast crunch, and I'll have my Chex and Captain
Wheat
Crunch.
Bix.
I'll eat my Wheat Bix as
Your
well.
Chex and your peanut butter.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
It would be interesting if we like posted our top 5s and had people vote on who
You
had
would
the best
see
top
how many
5.
people actually eat cereal.
Okay, I think though, through all of Joel's ridiculousness, we can come to a number 1 between the 3 of us. And I feel like that's Corn Pops.
That one had the most agreement.
I'm just upset about what you said about Captain Crunch, but fine. Corn Pops.
Well, next time don't be so ridiculous.
Corn Pops are awesome. They were in the top 3 in all of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. You can write in the comment section how ridiculous you think Joel is.
No, you can write in the comment section how awesome Captain Crunch is, and how if any of the mascots were to get in a fight, Captain Crunch would win.
No, those little Cinnamon Toast Crunch people eat.
Tony the Tiger.
Captain Crunch has probably got a sword, and he's got a ship.
But he's a freaking tiger.
But his eyebrows are on his hat. What does that tell you about him?
It's like very misleading. It's kind of scary.
All right. Well, that was a lively top 5. Some ridiculousness by Joel's part, but
Okay, I'm coming at you in this discussion. I'm coming right at you.
all right. Well, let's move on. And so, had a tough time coming up with a debate, but I kind of settled on one. It's a would you rather, but kind of one that I feel like is more common. Lots of people talk about, but I think it'll bring a good discussion. So the question is, would you rather be rich or smart? Now, I'm not talking like Jeff Bezos or Einstein. Just like someone who is rich, like say a multimillionaire, and someone who is extremely smart, like the smartest person you know.
So, if I'm smart, can I become rich, or do I have to be poor?
Well, it's a possibility that you become rich. It's probably more likely, but it's not guaranteed.
And rich, I'm stupid.
Yes, you're dumb.
I'm a stupid. I just fell into some money.
Yeah. So you were born into it. Actually, let's make it more interesting. You're smart, but you're just gonna get like you're not gonna be poor, like living off the streets, but you're just gonna have like an average salary. Well, no, because that changes. Well, no. Let's say there's no limitations on how rich you could be.
Then I'll take smart.
See, I would have to take smart too if there's no limitations. But if there's an average salary, if you're just making average salary, I might have to be rich.
There's a lot of smart people out there that don't amount to anything.
It's true. But
That's fair.
I just don't feel like I don't think Brady would either, or any of us honestly would not amount to anything if we were smart.
I don't know, Joel.
I feel like if
I am
I
dumb.
were smart, I'd be a lot farther ahead in life.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, if you're rich, you can just pay people to be smart for you.
And there's lots of good things about being rich that you don't need to be smart. Like, most of the things that I enjoy in life don't require me to be smart. Good food.
A good time.
Okay, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
How dare you?
But I kind of thought it was obvious at the beginning, but I kind of started thinking about it. And I thought about a lot of smart people who just don't amount to much, you know?
Who's a smart person in your life that hasn't amounted to much?
Call him out right now.
No, I'm not going to do that, but most of the time they're a little bit, crazy, but very smart.
So here's the other problem too with the whole smart thing is like, some people are book smart but pretty stupid. So for example, my brother is very smart book wise, but he's an idiot.
Oh.
Like, he is literally
Well,
just a smart dumb person.
It's just a smart dumb person.
Yes, I've said that several times about him. He's a genius when it comes to school. But, like, just the other day, he was at a cabin, and he was holding his baby in the morning, walking out on the dock, and he saw a fish hook sitting there on the dock, and he thought, I better just kick it off the dock. And he's just in his bare feet. Goes to kick it. Oh, it's stuck in the dock, and it goes through his toe, and he has to cut it off. It's barbed, so he had to push it through so that he could cut off the barb on the other end, so then he could pull it back out.
Holy.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. You're book smart.
Probably
And
had to
that's not like a shocking occurrence for him.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Rob, if you're listening, I'm not taking any of this back.
Oh, gosh. Probably had to get a tetanus shot after. Who knows what was on that?
So,
So if I'm like book smart, I'm probably just going to take rich, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, you're book smart. Like, you're smart in the worldly sense, not in, like, the everyday sense.
Okay, I do feel like there's, like, I go through university and I am stupid. But I also feel like I'm more lazy than I am stupid. And I see all these people who I know are dumber than me get good grades. And I'm like, how are they doing it? Because they're smart enough on how they know how to get good grades. Like, there's a difference between that, like being book smart like that. But then you take them out into the real world and then go kick fish hooks. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I'd want that.
I'd rather be rich and like...
I feel like if you're rich, you're probably a lot more... No, actually, no, you're probably pretty ignorant.
I feel like this. If you're smart, I feel like, there's a chance you can go big and you'll have lots of friends or whatever. But, like, if you're rich, you can really make people like you just because you have lots of money.
That's a good way to think about it.
I don't know. Everybody likes. Well, I'm not. Everybody. It depends on the rich person, but everybody likes rich people. Everybody likes hanging around with them.
Well, they
Ooh.
like them in front of them.
Ooh, yeah.
They
I
like
don't know.
to use them.
Not all. Like, I know some rich people, like Joel, for example, is very rich.
Okay, well,
And I like hanging around with
if
him.
I'm your standard
Well,
for rich,
So, I agree that like...
Rich people are more fun, is kind of what I'm trying to say.
okay,
So they have toys, they have things that you can do.
And
with
just
them.
personality-wise, they're usually more fun.
people who fall into richness probably like that. Yeah, probably they're willing to spend and just have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree in that. Than smart people who are just like analyzing everything all the time.
I've been around my fair share of smart people, or not smart people, rich people, and I wouldn't necessarily agree with that.
I would say on average, though. I'm not saying every single rich person is fun, but just generally, rich people are more fun to be around.
Because generally they have more things to do.
Yeah, and I guess they have less worries in the world, so they're less stressed, and they just...
I don't know if money makes you less stressed in life.
Biggie said it best. Mo money,
Mo?
mo problems. Nobody ever made a song called More Brains, Mo Problems.
I don't know. I think I'd
you're
rather
saying
be smart.
You'd rather be smart.
Well, if it means like intelligent. I don't want to I don't care about being like the smartest guy in a class or like but like somebody who's intelligent, who is able to communicate well, is able to understand situations, solve problems, etc.
Is that the case here? Is that the scenario we're choosing between
I didn't
being
think
like
this far
intelligent
ahead.
and wise?
I'm gonna say
or
just
rich?
just smart, not like intelligent. Just, but
Ooh.
the thing is, they're kind of related to a certain point.
Well, I guess like
I know you're just thinking of your brother, right?
no, I'm not thinking of him anymore. I'm thinking of the like the people maybe growing up that you look to as smart. They were usually the ones that were like really smart but kind of socially awkward,
It's true.
you know? And that's not really what I want to be. But I also don't want to just be some dumb guy who just fell into all this like this inheritance or something.
Just think of all the fun you could have.
I mean, if I'm going to pick between the two of those scenarios where I'm like your stereotypical nerd, I don't have many friends, I'm very awkward, but I'm really smart, or I'm like the stupid ditzy rich guy, I'm probably going to go with the rich guy
Whoa.
because at least you're going to have fun in life, right?
It's true.
But there is the possibility that you could make it big when you're smart and have both situations, very smart and
Yeah,
rich.
but yeah, I don't know.
So if we're talking like, if brains were to come into my head right now, and I'd be smart right now with who I am, or a boatload of money come to my door tomorrow,
Yes.
as I am right now,
Yes, let's say that.
I would probably choose the money
Yeah, definitely.
because I feel like I will never be smart enough in this life to make that money, but I could use that money and maybe get a little smarter along my way.
I think what you're actually saying is you feel fairly confident in how smart you are, so
I'm
you'll take the money.
I'm telling you right now that I have probably peaked in my smartness and intelligence. Well, it's probably like my book.
I'll
on
agree
my,
with you on that.
on my book smartness. I still so much
The
lessons
fact
to
that
learn,
you chose Captain Crunch as your best share
but okay,
shows that.
okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't think I'm going to be smart enough to make a boatload of money in my life.
But you get very smart. Like you're all of a sudden you get all these brains into your head, like you said.
Oh,
I heard a quote from Elon Musk where he said, like, you would never want to be me because my brain is always going. I'm always having new ideas. I'm always having things. It's not
But isn't
it's not
he a
enjoyable.
little different?
I think he's got Asperger's.
Yeah.
he's also got cash.
He's very
Burgers.
rich. He's very smart. I'm just saying, like, I don't think like a ton of brains is always a blessing.
It's true.
But it could be. Just look at Jeff Bezos.
He went to space. So I really want to go to space in life. I'm not kidding. I really do. I'm not idolizing the guy, but I want to go to space.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a. I mean, there's lots of ifs, this, if that, but like, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll
Interesting
agree
to
with
think
Joel.
about.
If it's like me right now, and it's either I get a bunch of brains or a bunch of money, I'm taking the money for sure.
I will say this. You guys know that I already think I know it all. Could you imagine if I actually did know it all? How
It would be
insufferable
nice.
I would be to be around.
We would not have nearly as many ridiculous discussions about the Jazz
Okay,
because you would already
okay.
know. But
Yeah, well, maybe you should take the brains, Brady.
oh dear.
Anyways, I don't know if there was a clear answer there. There was kind of lots of scenarios, but it's interesting to think about. You know?
Okay.
Sit
It-
down and think about
It seems as though the initial like desire is to say smarts. But the more you talk about it, the more the money has a pull. You know, like at least that's how it was for me. When he first said it, I was like, oh, for sure smarts. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, money's pretty nice.
That's kind of when I thought of the question. That's the same thing. I was like, definitely smarts. But then I kind of thought about it. I don't know.
I have one quick scenario, just quick answer.
Okay.
First thing you would buy if you had a boatload of almost unlimited money. First thing you would buy. You can only buy one thing.
Like, how much is unlimited money?
Like, it doesn't matter the price tag on the thing you buy.
Private jet.
Okay. Brady?
Man, my very own custom ramen shop, maybe.
That is interesting.
Like,
See, I would buy a private jet so I could fly to Japan and have actual.
yeah,
ramen.
but that takes time.
It's true.
If I could just have it in my house whenever I wanted, I would buy a professional chef.
Nice. That's a good choice.
Yeah. What about you?
I would probably buy the first NBA team I see for sale. and then, if you were smart enough to obtain any job that you wanted, what would you want to do? What do you find fascinating? You don't have to work for this job.
Probably something to do with space, whether that's like NASA or SpaceX.
Space is dope.
Mine does not require much intelligence. I was telling Kason this, I think, the other day, but I would love to be a professional car driver that just drives the cars for car commercials. Like,
Oh,
you know
those
the
cool
commercials,
places, yeah.
where they're just driving through the desert, drifting cars. Like, let me do that.
Yes.
let me do that for a living.
Oh man, I've never thought about that. Somebody's got to do it.
I've thought about that several times.
Nice.
What about you, Joel?
I would probably, if I had the brains to do it, I would love to try and solve murders. I don't know why. I just would.
Yeah. Would you enjoy being a general manager of a sports team?
I would absolutely love that, but I would come under more fire and I'd be in the public eye too much. But if I had the brains to do it and I wouldn't make any wrong moves, I would do that.
Well, you might make some wrong moves, but that's part of it.
I guess so.
Anyways, well, this has been a good episode. Lots of fiery debate, lots of dumb things were said, which is good. Thanks for coming, Joel.
Okay, so next time it'll be 2 men and a mic because I am not coming back.
No, we'll see. It might be 2 men and a mic, but not because of you, Joel.
Yeah, that's hopefully not. We'll see.
Anyways, great episode, guys.
Yeah,
Always
thanks
a
for.
pleasure.
I'd just like to shout out to our listeners. Thanks for listening.
And shout out to our live audience here in the RV.
Yeah.
Can we get a woot woot?
Good job, guys.
Wow, very nice. Well, that's a wrap.
That's it for now. Bye.
Peace.
All right, just as a quick little thing I need to throw in here. Remember our discussion that we had of best trilogies?
Yeah.
I thought of a new one.
Okay.
Not to come in the top 2, but as my third. Because I think I said Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That was just like the only other trilogy I could think of.
Better than Pitch Perfect.
For sure, Despicable Me.
Oh, what?
I thought Joel's Pitch Perfect was bad.
I've actually never seen the last 2.
Okay. The second one is whatever, but the third one is hilarious. Okay.
I need to
It is
watch
good.
I need to watch it. Is the third one with